Set forth in a co-op roguelike deck builder where every choice matters. Craft decks of breathtaking power. Journey alone or with up to 3 friends. Plot your party's path to glory and face powerful enemies in deep tactical combat on your quest to save the kingdom and Across the Obelisk. Should you play Across the Obelisk? Yes, you should. Stick around to find out why. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be diving into one of my favorite deck building roguelikes of all time, Across the Obelisk. It's a cooperative card battler that mixes Slay the Spire style combat with party-paced RPG mechanics. And honestly, it's one of those games that gets better every time you play it. If you love experimenting with builds, theory crafting synergies, and conquering tough challenges with your friends, this one is for you. Across the Obelisk is a turn-based roguelike deck builder where you control a party of heroes. Each hero has their own deck, their own playstyle, and unique mechanics. You progress through branching acts full of random events, enemies, shops, and rewards, and every run feels different. You will collect cards, level up heroes, find artifacts, and craft builds as you go, deciding which paths to take across the world map. One of the coolest parts is that it is fully co-op. Up to 4 players can team up, each controlling one hero. It is super satisfying coordinating your turns together, combining buffs, debuffs, and damage bursts to wipe out enemies. It gives off that tabletop RPG energy, but in a tight digital format. The sheer number of builds you can make is wild. There are tons of cards. Hundreds of cards exist in this game, and every hero has multiple ways they can be played. I mean, just look at them. There are so many cards, and I love the art on all of them. The art gives you a good idea of what the card does, which shows how well the game is designed. You can turn a warrior hero into a bleed tank or make them all about thorns. Turn a mage into a frost control specialist, or go full spark damage and zap everything into dust. And there are cards to support it all. I think this is one of the biggest reasons Across the Obelisk is so addictive. Every run becomes its own little story, not just because of the cards, but because of the choices you make on the map. You might take a risky route for a better loot, or explore an event that unlocks a hidden hero or pet. The hero combinations are pretty much endless. Mixing support characters, tanks, DPS, and utility roles gives the game that team comp depth you usually only see in MMOs or strategy RPGs. Just look at all of the different heroes Across the Obelisk offers. They all have different stats, powers, weaknesses, and strengths. It's so much fun coming up with your party of 4 heroes and trying to figure out which combinations will be fun and powerful. During a run, you earn shards, which lets you craft cards mid-adventure. That's a great system because it gives you some control over RNG. You're not just stuck waiting for the perfect card to drop as a reward from a combat. You can also upgrade these cards with shards on the fly, improving damage, reducing costs, or adding effects. That little progression loop feels super rewarding. I really enjoy upgrading cards. Each card has 2 different upgrade options, and each one provides different effects and benefits. It's fun to figure out which one will work best with your hero's build. It's all paced really well as well. The game never feels slow or too fast. Combat is snappy, animations look good, and the interface makes deck management smooth even when you've got dozens of options. Speaking of visuals, the art style is colorful and crisp. Each hero and enemy has personality. You'll face everything from creepy undead to forest spirits and giant beasts, and the enemy variety keeps things fresh. The soundtrack is really great too. It's got that adventurous, slightly mystical tone that makes you feel like you're really embarking across a fantasy world. And the hero and the card skins look great. The devs clearly put effort into the visual polish, and you can tell as soon as you unlock a new skin or DLC character. Even though it's a roguelike, Across the Obelisk has a surprisingly rich world. You will meet strange characters, discover hidden events, and make choices that can change your run. Sometimes you'll unlock a new hero through a side quest or recruit a pet by exploring a forgotten ruin. Each act feels different, from dark forests to fiery volcanic landscapes. The game has a nice balance between mechanical gameplay and light storytelling that gives each run personality. Replayability is where Across the Obelisk really shines. Each map run branches with multiple paths, and with so many heroes and cards, no two runs will ever feel the same. Plus, the game's madness difficulty scaling is excellent. It ramps up gradually, so you can start with casual runs and you work your way up to brutal endgame challenges that test your builds and coordination. The higher the madness difficulty you play on, the higher the score you get. My friends and I love playing on the higher madness difficulties. When you lose, and you will lose, it usually feels fair. You learn from your mistakes, tweak your deck, and try again with a new strategy. That's part of what makes this game so addictive, that constant loop of improvement. And of course, the co-op gameplay is a huge selling point. You can play Across the Obelisk with up to 3 other friends online, and each player controls their own hero. Turns happen in sequence, so you can actually strategize together. You buff me, I'll shield you, and then our mage nukes everything. The gameplay I recorded for this video is with 3 other friends. One really nice touch is you can see what your friends are doing. You can't tell if it's my own turn or one of my friends. If your friend is hovering over a card or thinking about targeting an enemy with it, you see that on your screen so you can actively discuss the strategy. I really like this because it all looks the same and it's really easy to work together when we can see what the other is doing. It's a great mix of coordination and chaos, and when it all comes together, it feels amazing. It's also one of those games where everyone contributes. No one feels useless. Each role has power, and every deck can shine in the right setup. The devs have done a great job supporting the game over time. There have been multiple updates, balance patches, and several DLCs adding new heroes, pets, and story paths. It's clear that the developers care about the community and want to keep the game fresh. I am a big fan of supporting developers that clearly care about their communities, and the Across the Obelisk devs absolutely do. That said, I do wish there was a bit more free content sprinkled in now and again. A few of the coolest additions have been behind paid DLC, and it'd be awesome to see a free hero or new map added now and then. Which probably honestly isn't a fair complaint because the game is not in early access and the game is finished. So if the developers want to add more content, it's probably fair to charge for it. My only real gripe with the game is that some builds are just way stronger than others. If you've ever tried the lightning and spark builds, you know what I mean. It is insanely powerful. They melt enemies like butter, while other builds can struggle in higher madness tiers. Balance in a card game is complex and tough, but it's noticeable. Still, most builds are fun and viable, and even the weaker ones can pull off wins with the right combos. Outside of the runs, there's also a satisfying meta progression system. You unlock new heroes, cards, and pets over time, and it feels like you're working toward something even when a run ends early. In summary, here's what I think. Across the Obelisk is one of the best cooperative deck builders on the market right now. It combines deep, strategic combat with tons of replayability, a great art style, and satisfying progression. Whether you are playing solo or with friends, every run feels like a fresh adventure, with enough challenge to keep you hooked and coming back for more runs. If you love games like Slay the Spire or Monster Train and you want something you can actually play cooperative, this game is a must-try. My friends and I absolutely love this game, and I have well over 500 hours in Across the Obelisk. You should absolutely play Across the Obelisk. It is creative, replayable, and just plain fun. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you in the next one.